Patrol Counsel Chris Cabrera is here. All right, Chris, does this executive order make a difference with the number of people coming across the border, either A, before June 27th, the first debate, or B, and perhaps more importantly, before the November election, to the point that voters may not have the immigration issue as much on top of mind for them?
No, I don't think it makes a difference at all. I don't think much is going to be accomplished out of this. I think if you're setting a threshold at 4,000, it's unclear if that's going to be per location or nationwide. And on top of that, I mean, would you let the first 4,000 drunk drivers go? I mean, if you're gonna stop it, stop it. If you have the power to close the border, and anything else is just window dressing.
Well, to be fair, your president, Brandon Judge, was for the bipartisan deal that included this circuit breaker top line number. I understand what you're saying about the 4,000 drunk drivers. It's a good point when you think about the people who are coming across. But if we just put up the numbers quickly in terms of encounters at all on the border, you can think about this practically as you are. You can think about it politically as the way the White House will. And the White House is going to say, look, come September or October, we did this executive order, despite the fact that Congress didn't want to help us. And then the numbers came down. And what I'm trying to figure out from you is, do you think that the word getting out to the rest of the world that, hey, give asylum's harder, President Biden did something on, is going to have a psychological effect and lower the number of encounters?
I don't believe so. I really don't. I've been doing this for 20 some odd years. I know usually election years, the numbers spike up a little bit. And, getting back to that bipartisan deal, that was something Congress was, Democrats and Republicans were trying to come to some type of happy medium with. And with the president, if he's going to do executive order, he doesn't really need to fall into that. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to bring the numbers down. Even if it does bring them down a tick, a friend of mine used to tell me that better than bad is not necessarily good. I mean, if you're looking at 150, 200,000 people coming a month, 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we were looking at 20 to 30,000 a month, sometimes 40 on a busy month. So, yeah, even though he's bringing them down, even if he cuts his numbers in half, it's still higher than what it's traditionally been.
Hey, it's Kelly Meyer here. I just wanted to jump in with a quick question. Thank you for being with us, by the way. I know we're talking a lot about the timing of all of this. I'm just curious what you think. Why do you think President Biden is doing this now? A lot of people, a lot of reaction in Washington here is that, it's too little too late. He should have done this sooner. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think it's good that he's finally doing something. I think he's doing it for the wrong reasons. I think it's political. He's pandering for votes. And I think the unfortunate side of this is a lot of folks up in D.C. see this as an issue to get votes. But us down here on ground level, we see the human suffering that's brought along with this, the women and children that are exploited in this, and for somebody to go after it purely for votes is that's just not right.
And then to Leland's point, if I could jump in with one more, sorry, just a quick question. You said, how soon will this take effect? I know you were asking me, Leland. I'm curious what you think about that. How soon will this make a difference for those border communities that are saying so much they need help right now?
Hopefully if it goes through, if they do it, depending on the loopholes involved, I know there were several in the last one that they had proposed. It may bring some relief to some of these places that aren't seeing those high numbers, like Rio Grande Valley has slowed exponentially. Same with Big Bend. For California, I don't see it making too much of a difference if they're catching 30,000 a day. And you take 4,000 out of that mix, I don't think it's going to really make that big of a dent for those.
30,000 a day. Wow. You think about that. That's a basketball arena plus some.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a month's worth under previous presidents.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.